Here is a coral bark maple that is finally hitting its stride as far as fall color goes. And right next to it is high bush blueberry. A pretty combination together. The coral bark maple branches will turn to a very pinky red after the leaves fall, which are really dramatic if you have snowfall. This wolf-eye dogwood is finally really coming into color during this second week of November. It is still in a protective support because the deer were going after it. And I think this one's going to have to stay another year. Its big brother on the other side of the yard, I think, is big enough that we'll be able to uncover it next spring. And behind it is a volunteer Japanese maple. And by volunteer, I say it's one that just started growing here on its own. It's a cross between two others that we had in the yard, possibly the bloodgood and something else. But it has got a lovely leaf color. Here's another view of that volunteer Japanese maple. It's actually quite large. It's been here for quite a few years. The Hakonakloa grass, this is all gold. This hangs in there for quite a long time. We probably will still be seeing color on this till the end of November. And up behind it is a Gatsby Moon oak leaf hydrangea. Another one with some really pretty fall color. And here's the Orange Dream Japanese maple. Finally getting its color. You can see everything else around it. All of the native maples are done. But this tree is finally giving us a beautiful fall show. And this is a ruby slippers oak leaf hydrangea underneath it that you can see has colored up very nicely as well. This is one of my favorites. This is the viridis Japanese maple. It is a threadleaf variety. You can see it has very, very fine cut leaves. And I think that its fall color is just spectacular. This little guy on the other side of the viridis is one that we picked up at Home Depot. It was just labeled as green Japanese maple, but during the growing season, it has a beautiful white and green variegated leaf. And as you can see, it's putting on a really nice fall color show as well. This lion's mane Japanese maple is finally turning color. You can see the tips are becoming very, very red. And behind the lion's mane is some spirea that's turning very orangey red. This massive bloodgood Japanese maple is simply getting redder. It greens out a little bit in the summertime, and then it regains its beautiful red color as soon as the cool weather comes in. Here is another beautiful coral bark maple, and you can see that the leaves have turned to a yellow with sort of a pinky orange or red. Really beautiful, beautiful tree. And everything else around it is done. And it's still going strong. And here are more volunteers. Usually if they're an interesting leaf or a red leaf, I'll let them grow. These probably are going to have to get taken out because they're kind of interfering at this point with the arborvitae behind them. But in the meantime, they look really pretty. The Kwanzan cherry and star magnolia are side by side, and the Kwanzan cherry is developing a very interesting sort of yellow and maybe melon colored orange in the leaf, while the star magnolia is going very, very yellow. Both very pretty, and you can see hints of the coral bark maple and one of the Japanese maples behind them. And here is some forsythia, which is a very nondescript kind of green shrub through most of the season. It has beautiful yellow flowers in the spring, and then you sort of forget about it after that. But in the fall, it starts turning a really pretty shade of yellow. I guess the opposite of what happens with the flowers in the spring. And here is one that is admittedly very controversial. This is burning bush. And it is considered an invasive. I know you can't buy it in Rhode Island. However, the ones that I have here on the edge of the woods have been here since we've owned the property, and they are massive. I'm not seeing a lot of little ones coming up under them, so I'm not going to worry about it too much at the moment. I just hate taking out a plant this large. But as I said, I know it's very controversial, and in some areas people are having a lot of problems with it. But it has a beautiful fall color.
is the ultimate boy toy. This is my shredder vac. Just attach it to the lawnmower. It needs to be a big lawnmower. Drive around, and it sucks up all the leaves and grinds them into this pulp, which is the ultimate mulch.
I hope you enjoyed taking a walk through the garden with me today, and I hope to see you again soon on Gardening Jeans. Have a great day.